In a small, peaceful village nestled in the heart of a lush valley, there lived a humble farmer named Jiro. Every morning he would wake up before the sun, greet the rising birds, and tend to his crops with love and care. Though he had very little, Jiro was content. He believed in the power of hard work and the kindness of the world. His greatest joy was to help his neighbors, often sharing the fruits of his labor with those in need. One day, after a particularly difficult harvest, Jiro was walking through the forest to find some herbs for his sick mother when he stumbled upon something strange. Beneath an ancient tree, there was a large golden egg. Intrigued and confused, Jiro decided to take the egg home, believing it could be a gift from the gods. He carefully placed it by the hearth, keeping it warm and safe. The next morning, the egg began to crack. Out of it emerged a tiny, shimmering bird. It was unlike any bird Jiro had ever seen, with feathers that sparkled like silver and wings that fluttered like the wind. Jiro cared for the bird, feeding it and allowing it to grow. As the days passed, the bird became more and more beautiful, and it seemed to sing songs of magic that made the plants around Jiro's home grow healthier and stronger. One day, a terrible storm swept through the village. Lightning struck the fields, and crops were destroyed. The villagers were heartbroken as they depended on the harvest for their survival. Desperate, Jiro took the bird to the village elders, hoping it could bring some hope. The elders, wise in their years, told him that the bird could grant a wish, but only if the wish was pure of heart. With a heavy heart, Jiro made a wish for the crops to be restored, hoping that the village would be able to survive the calamity. The bird's feathers began to glow, and the ground beneath them shook with a soft tremor. The next morning, when the villagers awoke, they found that the fields had been fully restored, and the crops were even more bountiful than before. The villagers rejoiced, praising Jiro and the magical bird. However, Jiro soon realized that the bird, once full of life and song, had grown weak. It had given everything to restore the land, and its feathers were no longer shimmering. Grateful for the bird's selflessness, Jiro returned it to the ancient tree where he had found it. As he laid the bird gently at the base of the tree, the bird's form faded, and in its place bloomed a magnificent tree of silver leaves that sparkled like stars. From that day on, Jiro's farm thrived, and the village prospered. And while no one saw the bird again, they all knew that the gift of life it had given was a blessing in disguise. The story of the bird was passed down through generations, a reminder that sometimes what seems like a loss or hardship can be the greatest gift of all, waiting to bloom in unexpected ways.